Next time he hit me, I vowed to never ever let anybody do that to me again.
He preached one thing but lived another, and had the nerve to call me a hypocrite.
He said I was his favorite, and this is how he shows he loves me.
After being married for 10 years, the test results come back positive.
She told me I was her only love, and then I saw her with him.
I thought she was my friend. How could she do this to me? Forgive them? Never.
Forgiveness has released me to love more, trust more, be just released from bondage, be released from being bound by the enemy, by people. So forgiveness is really something that everybody, it takes time to actually do, to release and to allow God to come in and have his way. But once you have done that, once you have allowed God to have his way in your life, to take control over your mind, your thoughts, your heart totally, I promise you, that forgiveness, it just takes its place. It just allows room for everything and all that God has for you to just manifest.
Forgiveness for me is not for the other person, but it's for me. Why do we allow people to hold a space in our life or in our head and they don't pay rent? So forgiveness is letting go. Forgiveness is giving up anger towards somebody else for a mistake they've made.
Forgiveness to me is letting go, but also in letting go, there's a process. And in a process, it takes time. But letting go is what forgiveness is to me.
Forgiveness is love, and love covered a multitude of sin. So, because I love somebody enough, I can forgive them for whatever they may have done to me or to anybody that I love. So forgiveness is powerful, and in return, forgiveness is definitely, in my eyes, is considered love.
Forgiveness was my greatest struggle. I spent years, more than half of my life, battling anger, bitterness, and playing the victim because of what people did to me. The consequence of unforgiveness is so much more than just releasing and letting go. So what forgiveness was for me was freedom. The moment I let go, the moment I accepted that what they did wasn't okay, but I'm okay, that was the moment that I saw God in ways that I've never seen him before, and my life changed.
Forgiveness is empowering. What you're doing when you're forgiving is you are actually cutting the strands of the enemy. Many a times people will hold things over your head, but when you forgive and you release and you let go, you depower the enemy. It's empowering to you, but you gotta depower the enemy.
Well, when I was a child, me and my twin sister Jamila were abused by our biological mother. And it took a toll on both of us in a different way. Ultimately, for both of us, we desired a relationship, and we wanted one thing. We wanted her to admit what she did, at least do that. And for me, for years, we never got it at the time that we wanted it. But for me, when I developed a relationship with God and learning more about, forgiving and releasing and letting things go. I said, I want some type of relationship with my mom. So everything that she's ever done and all of the abuse and everything, I just let it go. I said, it's the only way I'm going to be able to have some type of relationship with my mom. And, turns out several years after me doing so, we ended up gaining a stronger bond than I can ever imagine. And she did comment and apologize for everything. So, with forgiveness, you first have to be obedient to God and just release everything and let it go, and not for the other person, but for you. And you never know what God has in store, in the long run. And like I said, I didn't get it then, but I have it now. And like I said, me and my mother have the strongest bond ever. And I thank God for that release.
They say forgiveness is a choice. Disappointment and anger give bitterness a voice, but swallow my pride and discourse.